Let me ask you something. How much time have you already lost? How many years have you spent overthinking? How many opportunities have passed you by because you weren't sure if you were ready? How many times has God placed something on your heart, but you talked yourself out of it? Now, before you start feeling guilty, this episode is not about shaming you. It's about waking you up because we don't get time back. And I need you to hear me on this. Your calling is still waiting on you. So today we're going to talk about what hesitation has already stolen from you, and more importantly, how to take it back. But before we go any further, let me say this. If you're in a season where life has truly hit you hard, where you need to grieve, take care of yourself, this is not about rushing you. This is about moments when you knew God was asking something of you and you still let fear hold you back. So let's get into it. Hey friend, welcome back to the Keren podcast. If this is your first time here, hi, I'm Keren, your follow-through mentor and follow-through big sis. This space is where we talk about faith, follow-through, and navigating the messy middle of life. Today we're having a real conversation. Today we're talking about the cost of waiting. The cost of waiting too long. Because if we are real, most of us don't struggle with what to do. We struggle with starting. We tell ourselves, I just need more time. Maybe next season. I'll do this when I feel more ready. Those seasons come and go, and we still stay in the same place. And if this just hit you, yeah, me too. So let's talk about it. Before we start, I will share a story. But even before I share that story, let me ask you something. Just a little harder. What would your life look like right now if you had moved sooner? I want you to sit with this question for a second or 5. What would be different if you had said yes when God first told you to do something? Because this question, it hit me so hard because it made me reflect on the opportunities that I had missed. There was a moment in my life when I knew without a doubt that God was calling me to do something. It was so clear, it was confirmed, it was literally sitting right in front of me. And what did I do? I waited. I told myself, maybe I should pray more about this. I second-guessed myself. I doubted myself. I overthought every single detail. And before I knew it, the opportunity was gone. Plot twist, we already know that you hear stories about people saying, I saw someone do the exact same thing. Well, I saw someone do that, and they even did it better, which stung a lot. But I remember sitting there realizing, I did this to myself. God didn't take it away. I chose hesitation over obedience. And in that moment, actually, I still think about this a lot. And not in a way that makes me feel guilty, but in a way that makes me never want to make that happen again. It's my fault, no one else's fault. And that's why I'm recording this, because hesitation steals from us. It steals impact. It steals experiences we were meant to have. And at some point, we have to decide, are we going to keep letting this happen to us. Waiting when God has already spoken is actually a decision, and that decision comes with consequences. Now, I've shared my story, but I want you to think about your life for a second. What has hesitation already stolen from you? Time you can't take back, spent waiting for that right moment, opportunities that you may have missed, doors God has opened for you, but you never walked through, connections you didn't make, people you were meant to meet, but fear kept you hidden, growth that never happened because you avoided lessons, not by stepping out in faith. And here's the hardest truth. Hesitation is still stealing from you even right now. But before you sink into regret, hear me out. There is hope because God redeems time. You're not too late. You're right on time if you choose to move now. Because the beautiful part is God doesn't just restore what was lost. He can multiply it. But we have to give him something to work with. And that starts with you moving. It starts with movement. Okay, so we've spoken about what hesitation has stolen from us. Now, how do you take back what has been stolen from you? Here's what we can do. You don't need more clarity. You need more courage. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to trust that God will meet you when you move. You don't need to rush. You just need to start. So here's my challenge for you today. Move. And listen, your next move does not have to be big. It just has to be real. If you're starting a business, write that Instagram post. If you're applying for something, fill out the application form. If it's speaking up, make that phone call. One move, one act of faith, one step forward to what's already yours. Because if you don't move today, you'll have another excuse tomorrow. Now, let's reflect for a moment. When you look back at this season of your life, do you want to remember it as a season where you hesitated or a season where you moved in faith? What's one thing you know God has been nudging you to do? What's the move you've been putting off? Say it out loud. Or write it out. Send me a DM on Instagram at the Keren Elijah. And tell me your one move. Because when you take that step, that single step of faith, God meets you there every single time. So take that step and let God handle the rest. I'll see you in the next episode. Ciao.